Hello and welcome to this English learning video. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple but very effective method to improve your English speaking skills. This technique is called the shadowing technique. You might be asking yourself, what exactly is shadowing? Well, shadowing means listening carefully to a native or fluent speaker and repeating what they say right after them, almost at the same time. Try to match their pronunciation, their tone, and even their emotion. Imagine yourself becoming their shadow, following their every move as they speak. That's where the name shadowing comes from. This method is powerful because it helps you sound more natural, understand English conversations better, and gain confidence when speaking. It's not only about repeating words, it's about capturing the rhythm, emotion, and musical flow of the language. Now, I want to share a story with you. The story is told by a boy, and he is also the main character. It's called A Day at the Airport Adventure. You'll hear his thoughts, his voice, and his emotions as he goes through this journey. Are you ready to follow his story and practice along with me? Let's get started. And remember, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can get more shadowing stories to help you speak English naturally every day. My name is Daniel. I'm 24 years old and I live in a small coastal town with my father and older brother. I work in a small travel agency near the harbor. I enjoy my job because I love helping travelers plan their adventures. But one morning, something strange happened. Something that turned my usual workday into a story I'll never forget. It was a gray morning by the sea. I woke up early, made a cup of coffee, and sat by my window watching the waves roll in. My phone buzzed suddenly. It was a message from my best friend, Adam. It read, "Daniel, I need you at the airport. Please come before 1 p.m. Terminal 2. It's important." I blinked at the screen, confused. Adam never sounded this serious. Why the airport? What was going on? I called him, but his phone was off. I checked the time. It was already 10:45 a.m. That left me barely 2 hours. I rushed to get ready, grabbed my navy jacket, jeans, and my small black backpack. "Dad?" I called out. "Adam just texted. He needs me at the airport." My father looked up from his newspaper. "Is he okay?" he asked. "I don't know," I said, "but I'm going. Be careful, son," he replied softly. Outside, the air smelled like rain. I caught a taxi and headed toward the city. The traffic was slow, and I kept tapping my foot nervously as the driver hummed along to the radio. Through the window, I watched the city shift past me. Shops, buildings, people in a hurry. The closer we got, the heavier my chest felt. When I reached the airport, I paid the driver and hurried inside. The place was alive with motion, voices echoing, luggage rolling, announcements filling the air. I made my way to Terminal 2 and checked every corner. Adam wasn't there. I waited. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Still no sign of him. My stomach tightened. Maybe he had gone to another terminal, or maybe something had happened. I sat down on a nearby bench, trying to call again. That's when I noticed a boy sitting alone a few seats away. He looked about 16, holding a small suitcase and wiping his eyes. "Hey, you okay?" I asked gently. He sniffed and looked up. "I missed my flight," he said. "It was the first time I was traveling alone." I smiled kindly. "Don't worry. The staff here can help you." "Where were you heading?" "Manchester," he murmured. I walked him over to the airline counter and explained the situation. They rebooked him for the next flight. His face lit up with relief. "Thank you, sir," he said. "No problem," I replied, smiling. Just then my phone rang again. I picked it up immediately. It was Adam. "Daniel, where are you?" he asked, voice shaky. "I'm at Terminal 2, waiting for you." "Oh no," he said, panicking. "I meant Terminal 5. Please come quickly. I think someone's following me." My heart skipped. What? Who? I don't know, Adam whispered. He was on the bus with me. He keeps looking at me. Please hurry. Without another word, I ran toward Terminal 5. My pulse hammered in my ears as I weaved through crowds, escalators, and gates. When I reached the terminal, I saw him, Adam, sitting near a vending machine, pale and trembling. Adam, I called. He jumped to his feet and rushed to me, grabbing my shoulder tightly. Daniel, I'm so glad you came, he said, his voice shaking. What's going on? He swallowed hard. There's a man. I saw him on the bus. He kept staring at me. When I got off, he followed. I came in here, but I think he's still watching me. I looked around carefully. The terminal was busy, full of travelers moving in every direction. But then I saw him, standing near the glass doors, a man in a black jacket and cap. His eyes were sharp, scanning the area. Adam, I said quietly. Is that him? Adam nodded slowly, fear in his face. Before we could react, the man turned, slipped his phone into his pocket, and disappeared into the crowd. Adam's breathing quickened. He saw us, he whispered. It's okay, I said, trying to sound calm, though my heart raced. Let's go to airport security. We walked to the help desk and explained everything. The officers listened seriously and checked the security feeds. Don't worry, one of them said. We'll handle it. You're safe here, Adam sighed, finally breathing a little easier. Thanks, Daniel. I thought I was losing my mind. I put a hand on his shoulder. You're fine now. Let's just stay together. As we sat down near a cafe, I noticed the world around me again. The rolling suitcases, the flight calls, the endless movement. Yet beneath the noise, my thoughts were sharp. Who was that man? Why was he following Adam? I didn't know the answers, but something told me this day wasn't over yet. The rain outside began to fall harder, tapping gently against the huge glass windows of the terminal. I could hear the distant rumble of thunder as Adam leaned back in his chair, rubbing his eyes. Do you think they'll find him? He asked quietly. I hope so, I said. They have cameras everywhere. He can't just vanish. We waited for nearly half an hour before one of the officers returned. We've checked the footage, he said. We saw a man matching your description. He exited through the north gate about 15 minutes ago. You're safe now. That news felt like a breath of fresh air. Adam's shoulders relaxed and a tired smile appeared on his face. Finally, he murmured. We left the security area and walked toward the exit. The storm had softened into a light drizzle. Let's grab a taxi, I said. We both need to rest. As we rode back through the rainy city, Adam leaned his head against the window. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come, he whispered. I looked at him and smiled faintly. You'd have done the same for me. When we reached home, my father was already waiting by the door, worry written all over his face. Daniel, what on earth happened? I saw the airport report on the news. It's okay, Dad, I said. Everything's fine now. Just a misunderstanding. We sat together in the living room as I told him everything. From Adam's message to the man at the airport, the panic, the police. He listened silently, his expression shifting from fear to pride. You did the right thing, he said finally. You stayed calm and helped your friend. That's what matters. That night, sleep didn't come easily. The storm had passed, but I kept hearing the sound of rain against my window. Steady and thoughtful, I replayed every detail. The message, the boy who missed his flight, the man in the black cap, the fear in Adam's eyes. Yet underneath all the noise of my thoughts, I felt something stronger than fear, courage. I had faced something unknown, and I hadn't run. I'd stood by my friend when he needed me most. That realization brought me peace. A week passed. Life went back to its usual rhythm. Work at the travel agency was busy again, booking flights, printing itineraries, helping families plan their vacations. I had almost forgotten about that tense day when a familiar voice called out from the doorway. "Daniel!" I turned around. It was the same boy I'd helped at the airport. He smiled brightly, holding a small package. "Hey, you remember me, right? I'm Leo, the one who missed the Manchester flight." "Of course I do," I said, laughing. "Did you make it this time?" He nodded proudly. "I did, and I wanted to thank you properly." He handed me the small box. Inside was a keychain shaped like an airplane, engraved with the words, "Keep flying forward." "That's really thoughtful, Leo," I said warmly. He grinned. "You helped me when I felt lost." I'll never forget that. After he left, I stood there for a moment, holding the keychain in my palm. It wasn't just a gift. It was a reminder. Later that evening, Adam stopped by. He looked better, relaxed, smiling again. "Hey, hero," he said jokingly. "You saved my life, you know." I rolled my eyes. "Don't exaggerate." "I'm serious," he insisted. "That man could have been dangerous. You didn't even hesitate to come. I owe you." I smiled. Friends don't owe each other. They just show up. We went for a walk along the shore. The sunset painted the sky in soft orange light, and the sound of the waves was calm and endless. Adam looked at the horizon and said quietly, "You know, I used to think bravery was about not feeling afraid, but now I get it. It's about standing tall even when you are." I nodded. "Exactly. Fear doesn't make you weak. Giving up does." We stood there for a while, just listening to the sea. The air smelled of salt and rain, and I felt a deep sense of gratitude for that day, for the people I'd met, for the lessons I'd learned. Sometimes, unexpected days test us. They make us face fear, confusion, and doubt, but they also show us the power of kindness and courage. That day at the airport taught me that being strong doesn't mean being fearless. It means being brave enough to help someone else, even when you're unsure. Now, whenever I see a plane rise into the clouds, I smile. I don't just think of travel or work. I think of Adam, of Leo, and of how one stormy afternoon changed everything I believed about courage. Because in the end, it's not the danger or the fear we remember. It's the moments of connection, the helping hands, and the quiet courage that makes us who we are. Now it's your turn to practice. Watch this video again and pause after each line. Repeat with me using the shadowing technique. Match the voice, follow the rhythm, and feel the emotion as you speak with confidence. Repeat. This is how you build true English fluency. Step by step, sound by sound. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss new shadowing practice stories. More lessons are coming soon to help you speak English naturally and clearly every single day. Thank you for learning with me today. See you in the next video.